you go back to some really tangible examples of a lot of people being left behind almost. How does it make them feel?
There was many emotions from the employees that we've spoken to, but some of them were in tears, after this was announced, because these are companies that they joined hoping that one day they would see a nice windfall, and that's not always the case when these so-called reverse acquihires happen.
Kate, maybe like the most recent example that Caroline and I have experienced is what was left of Windsurf with Cognition. But I think back to Inflection and Microsoft and what happened there. In your reporting, did you get any sense of like what often happens with the leftover part after an acquihire, the company that remains?
There's such a wide range, but in the case of Inflection, for example, they're still trucking. They've worked really hard over the past year to keep that business going. We spoke to executives at that company. They said they plan to raise more money for the business. Same goes for Character AI, another company that did a reverse acquihire. But it really just depends. In other cases, Covariant, which was reverse acquihired by Amazon, not a lot is still happening at that company.
And actually, the kicker of your story is about Adept, also a reverse acquihire target of Amazon's. And I think your line is, it's now unclear who, if anyone, is running the company.
Yep.
So are things changing, particularly when people are taking on new talent? They're joining a startup, and the unwritten contract was, you do well with me. Me as a CEO of this business, I'm putting everything on the line so that you can benefit too. Are people starting to change the way in which they're hired by these businesses?
I think people are starting to question this because there's been at least 6 of these now in the past year or so, and that's a trend. It's really become a trend in Silicon Valley, and I think investors, venture capitalists, and prospective employees are wondering, if I join this AI company, is this founder going to stick along with me, or is he going to leave me behind?